Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, October 8th. Looking at window traders' market profile of the ES and NQ. So, just like, we said one day doesn't make a market yesterday. People all over social media, oh, we closed below this level. It's over. Same thing today. Just because the market did what it did today doesn't mean everything's great either. ES is still in balance. Now, NQ did break out of balance on the daily to the upside. We'll look at the charts in ES and NQ at the end of this, once we go through all this. The market yesterday was very subdued until it just absolutely spiked lower late in the day. We went out with a nice trend day. We then spent the overnight, I'm in SPY, don't ask me why, I'm sorry. We then spent the overnight right around where we closed at a 21 wide overnight POC. And then pre-market started ticking up, had single prints, and then we opened up in the upper distribution, backed out of it, briefly in A, and that was all she wrote. The bulls took over. We end up in ES with a 9 wide POC, an afternoon pullback in H, a price spike, and a price probe. I like to differentiate between the two. Probe in the last half hour. C's high is the real important one. That's where the market spiked from. It's also near value high. So if you're a bull, you certainly want to open above that tomorrow. If not, this price spike and probe will be relegated, rejected, and then you have a good chance you'll trade at the POC from yesterday. Remember, we're still in balance. Some people might call October 1st balance the high. I just thought I'm going to use the all-time high in ES with all this mess up here on the daily. So for me, they're still in balance. NQ broke out of balance on the daily. They just missed their overnight high from October 1st for the monthly high. They go out with a price probe, price spike, a 9 wide POC, and they held a double distribution day. Had a beautiful long down here. Had a really good day today. A, B, and C. This was a very accommodating day based on the MGI. And I'll go over that in a minute. Righty ends, 12 wide, afternoon pullback, and an inside day. So righty and ES is still in balance on the daily. NQ is up. However, NQ is in balance on the weekly and monthly. ES is up on the monthly, in balance on the weekly. The reason today was very accommodating, never easy, but accommodating, because the MGI really took off in the bulls' favor. And by that I mean, bulls had in ES and in NQ value, the overnight high, they held the opening. NQ even had that lowest accepted price I talk about, where A period closed, B open, and absolutely rocketed up. Now the only reason I'm not using it is because it's so close to where the single prints are. That to me, that's more important. If we get the single print fill, good chance we'll take out B's low. They have a very nice buy tail, okay? But they have the lowest accepted price. Both had the IB high. NQ held single print. They both had the indices. We were up a lot. And they both had POC raised. The only thing the sellers had at any point today, at any point, was one time framing down, G and H. And I told the room, don't fixate on that. That's a buying opportunity because the MGI, the market-generated information, is very, very skewed and powerful in the bull's favor. So if you listened, you did really well. Now, early on, in A period, I actually shorted in A the overnight high in ES and NQ because they front-run them a lot. Let me get to them. Where are we here? It's all the way down here. Okay. Now, I made money on both the NQ. I could have made a lot of money. I only took NQ off for 7 points, but it came in pretty good before they got it. And in ES, I made 3 points against it. Then when we started going back up, once they got towards the open, I'm like, here we go. They got their little pullback, got on board, and got it. So excellent A period in ES. First on the 2 shorts against the overnight highs, and then the long to get the overnight high. Staple trade. Then in B period, the energy was building. And I told the room right before 10 o'clock, I longed a period. Now, I didn't do the customary 5. I did only 3. Full disclosure. I did only 3. I only did 3 also on this because I bought it below the opening to get the overnight. I've been going 5s on these in NQ, 5 NQs. But I only did 3 there and 3 here. But boy, it paid as it exploded above A's high. Okay? And then I was buying nice ebb and flow trades. So, again, excellent start A and B. And then C period, I took the 5 lotter to get. I actually got in early. I bought 5 at 97. It came in. Came in 10 points on me. I was out 50 points. I'm like, I'm not adding to it. Not adding to it. And then she went up and boom, exploded above, and I got paid very nicely on that 5 lot. So A, B, and C were awesome. Then after that, I didn't do anything. In D, E, nothing was happening. I'm like, they got their targets. We got the we got the overnight high. We one time framed up. We got the IB high. I said the chance to get the 30th high in NQ and had an afternoon rally high from September 27th. Those would be targets, but I'm not sure they're going to get them now. And they didn't. They didn't get them till late in the day. Same with ES. They had one daily high, I said, and a monthly high. I said, I'm not sure if they're going to go get them just yet. They didn't until late in the day. And we didn't even get the first high in ES. SPY did. SPY has a new monthly high. But in F period, I said, I'm going to be patient. I said, I'm buying a single print fill. Well, I bought it. And it bounced really nice right off it. That was very nice. Then in H period, I said, I'm going to long first against F's low to see if it holds. Then at the time, whatever value low was. And then I said, if it gets into single print. So I got long against that. It went down against me. I had a 2 lot at 03. And then I bought a 3 lot or a 4 lot. I forgot exactly where. I think it was around 90. And it went up, made money on that and the 3 kind. And then I said, now I'm not doing anything unless we get into the single prints. And half back was right around there at that time. It got raised late in the day. Well, we got down here, and I bought a nice 4 lot at 67. And then she went back up. I didn't do anything the rest of the day. Yeah, I could have easily have gotten on board this, but I had a really good day. I was a little surprised we got the kind of spike and probe that we did, especially in ES since they couldn't hold trend. I didn't think they would go get that kind of energy. NQ, not as surprised since they were holding trend, but the fact that we hadn't made a new high since C, I didn't know if they really wanted to get going. Plus, they didn't hold a triple distribution. But obviously, they went. So, excellent day overall. Saw the market very well. And one other thing. We spoke about this yesterday. This 10-wide POC from yesterday. I didn't say it this morning and after the fact. When we were trading down here yesterday in NQ and went out with a trend day down, I said, yes, sellers took control, but it's still balanced. And I said, do not ignore the fact that we were 10 for 10 wide and we went down 100 points and could not lower it. Don't ignore that. Well, guess what? Not only did we get it, we got it quick. We got it in A period. That's what the profile provides for you, ladies and gentlemen. When you learn to dig into a market profile, especially on an intraday basis, which is what we do for 6.5 hours a day here, you have no idea how valuable it is. That was something that was gold to us when we got long. Okay? So, again, I have so many different price points. I have military discounts. I have a monthly. I have a quarterly. I have an annual. Go check it out at camelbacktrading.org. Do yourself a favor and join us and see what we're all about. So today's destinations, today's high is 0675 in ES. The price probe's 99.50. The price spiked 95. We're 9 wide at 86.75. Afternoon pullback at 74.50 and today's low at 63.75. In SPY, new monthly high, 573.78. Probe, 573.04. Price spike, 572.55. 9 wide at 571.75. Afternoon pullback at 570.55. And today's low, 569.53. Now let's go to the charts. I know this is longer, but these days, sometimes, I hope you benefit from it. So here's ES. Here's the monthly. Monthly's up. Broke out of balance last month, and we're still up, right? So the monthly is up on the ES. The weekly is still balanced, right? Still balanced on the weekly. The all-time high is the balance high on the weekly. And the daily, again, I could call this up on the daily, but I don't want to. I'm using the all-time high as my balance high because I think it's close enough. That's for sure. Volume, again, horrendous. 36.5 million. Higher prices are cutting off. I'm sorry. Yeah, higher prices are cutting off volume. But that doesn't mean you're not going to keep hitting all-time highs. We're close to it again. Now let's look at NQ real quick. And by the way, I was looking at NVIDIA. NVIDIA just broke out of balance on both the weekly and daily to the upside. All right, let's look at NQ. Top down. Monthly is still balanced. Until we make a new all-time high, the monthly's balanced in NQ. Okay? The weekly, still balanced also. They have to take out 2 weeks ago's high. All right? If they do that, then they'd be up on the weekly. But the daily is now up. I was using this little balance. I'm calling it up. Again, not good volume for them either. 27.5 million. The thing you have to hope for, if you're a bull, not if you're a bear, but if you're a bull, the thing you have to hope for is that eventually higher prices brings in new buying and longer-term buyers. Because if it doesn't, at some point, a lot of this gets wiped away in one shot. Now, again, ES is still just balance. So the way yesterday I said nothing changed, even though people were all giddy, probably going home short, same thing for today. Nothing's changed in ES. There's still balance on the daily. NQ, however, is up. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Have a great evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.